Epic Charter Schools remains under investigation by the OSBI and under scrutiny by our content partners, The Frontier. This week, they published a report that raises more questions about Epic's business practices. Reporter Ben Felder explains in this ONR Extra.
While Epic Virtual Charter School is a public school, it is managed by a for-profit company, which takes tens of millions of dollars from the school. This is state funding. And it's really hard to determine how that money is being used. So what we set out to do at the Frontier is to really take a deep dive into the financial documents that we had access to and to see what we could get to. Well, one thing that we've determined is that when you explore the website, there's a company that pops up, a Florida-based company that seems to be providing some technology support for Epic. We asked Epic about it because this Florida-based company is actually managed by the spouse of one of the founders of Epic. And they said that that payment comes from the for-profit company. When you continue to dive into other tax records and forms, you find that this is pretty common, that there is kind of this complicated web of finances, of money moving in and out of Epic to other nonprofits and companies that have some kind of connection to current Epic employees or their spouses. We don't know if it's illegal because we don't know how much money is going and what the services are. We don't have access to invoices to say, are they paying a legitimate fee for these services? In Florida, the founders of Epic were working for the state government. They were investigated for inappropriate bidding and taking kickbacks. Now, they've denied that and no charges were formally made. But when you kind of study this kind of complicated web of finances, you see these connections that Epic has with a lot of these other organizations and businesses that have drawn the scrutiny of law enforcement and other state, and just raise questions about where is Oklahoma state tax dollars going. Things that are associated with Epic Youth Services, the for-profit company that's the charter school manager, it's a for-profit company, it's private. And a lot of times Epic will say, hey, that's their deal, that has nothing to do with us. So for example, the technology company based in Florida, the response we got was, hey, they're taking care of that. That's not associated with the actual virtual charter school. And I'll be curious to see how lawmakers respond to that, not just this story, but the other questions have been raised through the OSBI and other great reporting from other outlets. I think this is going to be an important year in the state legislature because we're seeing dozens of bills filed that relate to the funding and the structure and the oversight of virtual charter schools. It'll be interesting to see what legislative leaders do or decide to do as there's more scrutiny on this new form of education.